All right, man. Kell Brook says that the Golovkin fight damaged me. It changed me. Should have withdrew from the Errol Spence bout. So at the end of the day, um, he's sitting back here reflecting on Eddie Hearn's bad decisions. That's what he's doing. He reflecting on Eddie Hearn's bad decision to go for a money grab. I believe Chris Eubanks Jr. was originally supposed to fight. Um, he was originally supposed to fight Smiles, uh, Gennady Golovkin, and then for the most part, he pulled out, and Kell Brook stepped in there and fought. At the end of the day, most people thought he withdrew from the Errol Spence fight, but he came back not too long after that as a true champion does and defended his title. But everybody would tell you that Terrence Crawford fought a damaged version of Kell Brook, but he fought. I think he fought. Golovkin Spence from Golovkin like 6 months later, wasn't it? No, it was like about 8 months. No, my bad. It was about 8 months later, something like that. So, but he came back defending this title, and that just was a bad idea for even Eddie Hearn to present this offer to him. It was a lot of money involved, but it messed his career up. So it says former IBF champion Kell Brook has told William Hill, Simon Jordan that he doubted himself for the first time in his career leading up to the fight with the world champion Gennady Golovkin. Brook recounts his first two losses of his career, Golovkin and Errol Spence Jr., and the impact they both had on him as a boxer and a man. That was my first time that someone got in my head before a fight, said Brook. I remember being in a hotel room thinking, I'm fighting Golovkin tonight. I honestly started doubting myself. I remember me and my nutritionist were in the hotel at the time, and I didn't say I'd lose, but I said to him, I can win in this fight, can I? And that was me straight away saying it loud, and it was negative. I was doubting myself. In the weeks leading up to the fight, all I seen were videos of Golovkin knocking everyone out, and they were all middleweights. And it was dawned on me that I was fighting him in a few hours. So at the end of the day, he got scared. He got scared. He got scared. He got scared. You know what I'm saying? He got scared. So he got scared. You know what I'm saying? And Eddie Hearn should have never presented this fight to him. Even if he asked for it, Eddie Hearn should have did something. Eddie Hearn panicked when Chris Eubanks pulled out the fight. So he had to come up with something. But if you trying to do what's best for your fighter, you don't do that. You don't do that. You don't do that. That ain't what you do. That ain't what you do. So, like I said, Eddie Hearn was Eddie Hearn was looking to save his own bacon and save the show in financially. That's what he was doing. He was trying to save the show financially. He was trying to save the show financially. You know, but but he messed up on his guy's career in passing. So a lot of time it's the law of attraction. If you really believe something, I'm going to win the title, everything I've got, you can go out and do it. And I did. But for the first time in my career, I was negatives and subsequently was handed my first defeat. He just talking about the power of the tongue, the power of will, the power of belief, all those things. The will. you know. And for the most part, he knew it was a bad thing. It was a money grab that messed his career up. And he did good in the beginning when Golovkin was like, enough of this shit. I'm just gonna walk through his punches. And that's why I keep telling people they got weight classes for a reason. I keep telling people that they got weight classes for a reason. You know, they got weight classes for a reason. So, and you gotta respect them. You gotta respect the weight classes. And most fans don't respect them. And most fighters today don't respect them. It's not just 10 pounds a weight difference, 8 pounds, 4 pounds, 7 pound weight difference. A lot of times it's a lot more than that because of the rehydration and how people put on the weight. Look at Charlo. People say he looked good at the weigh in versus Canelo. Jamil, I seen something different. I literally seen something different. You can tell that they didn't put the weight on the right way. But Kell Brook didn't look bad. I mean, he got a whole nutrition. He looked pretty good, solid at 160. All things considered, he looked solid. But then it said Brooke Canley spoke about impact the fights had on him stepping in the ring with the man that other middleweights were scared to fight, let alone welterweights going up in weight, and the physical and mental damage ensued the following bout. Brooke said, looking back at it, the guy Golovkin was an absolute monster. He was someone who was unbeaten and believed he could beat any man, even the middleweight. I always thought that I could box him and keep out the way, and I was better. But as we know, it didn't go down like that. It was damaged me and changed me. He said, when I broke my eye, the surgeon said to me that one more big shot and I could have been blind and could have lost my eye. And that hit home big time. Those same feelings resurfaced when I boxed Errol Spence Jr. Quote, I knew something terrible that happened in the Golovkin fight. It was like a crab claw being crushed, and I could hear it and I could feel it. The adrenaline rushing me, but I knew something wasn't right. It was so much pain, but it was what it was to my vision. It was frightening. It's always frightening when you got someone with power against a wounded animal. It's scary. He said following the Golovkin fight, Brook had to drop weight in order to fight Errol Spence Jr. He deemed his failure to perform the second time a significantly bigger dent in his confidence compared to his first loss. He said losing had a big impact on me first time, but the second one was the biggest one for me. He said, Brook, I think because Golovkin was unified middleweight beast and other middleweights weren't even fighting, it wasn't as bad. I still lost though, and it was absolutely devastating. But what really destroyed me was losing to Errol Spence Jr. If I had lost to Golovkin, I think I would have. If I hadn't lost to Golovkin, I think I would 100% better chance of beating Spence. On top of losing, I had the added pressure to make middleweight. After that fight was middleweight in my and I had my eye broken. Eddie offered me the option to give up the title because at the time I had to make the weight in a short period of time. To which I said, absolutely not. I earned the title. You've got to kill me. The training camp for the Spence fight was terrible. I was carrying all of the extra weight. I wanted to be completely and utterly focused, but I was having problems with my trainer who was dealing with me at home. Everything was wrong going into that fight. He said, I got the fight. And my family were telling me I need to pull out. But we sold all the tickets. I done my training. In my own mind, I was thinking I'm going to make this weight, and I've got to fight, and I'm a fighter. Looking back, it was one I wish I had pulled out of. He said I had question myself after the fight, asking myself, am I really good enough? I started thinking about retirement. I hit a really low point in my life and career. I was around 30, and I just thought losing in my weight category against Spence was a tough pill to swallow, especially um, when I believe in myself and I was a world champion. It was my lowest point. So, damn. You know what I'm saying? That's all you can say is damn. It's a lot That BoxRec don't tell you, about these fighters and what they deal with before fight night. And at the end of the day, people, what I'm saying, people wanted to take away from what from Terrence Crawford fighting Kell Brook, but he was saying that's the best I felt. That's the best I felt in my career. And we all knew what he was dealing with coming off the Golovkin loss and then turning around and fighting Errol Spence. That's why they knew Errol Spence was gonna win, because all that bullshit that Kell Brook dealt with in the for the Golovkin fight. So that's why Al Hammond had no problem, making the fight in the UK. You know, so nobody gonna turn around and nobody bring up all these facts when it come to Errol Spence about Kell Brook, but they bring all these facts up when it come to Terrence Crawford. Oh, he fought a damaged Kell Brook, and Kell Brook wasn't that good. He had losses and all that. Well, when Errol Spence fought him, he literally just came off a loss. He's literally just came off a loss. But everybody was too busy trying to, take away from what, Terrence Crawford did, and they wasn't bringing the fact up about what happened in this fight. Nobody. Nobody. So that's why I always find it funny when these boxing fans love to leave out the facts. You know what I'm saying? When they tell the truth, they tell half the truth. Some of these fanboys, they always love to leave out a huge portion of the facts. He literally fought this guy, Errol Spence, Kell Brook, coming off an eye injury. Literally. In a whole loss. So let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video financially. Want to support the channel? Cash App $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love and support. Check out the Box News playlist for more videos like this. Peace.